What's up, beautiful people? Who needs Big Noon Saturday? We got Sweet Life Saturday. Sorry we haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Life kind of just got in the way of Jack and I. Uh, normally we do our live streams on Thursday. This year we've been doing, and maybe we would have caught Jack in a little better of a mood if we did do the live streams on Thursday. So Jack, I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't stream on Thursday. I needed that day to kind of just take a breather, and just nothing else, no other reason.
A
Um,
good debriefing.
yeah, a good debriefing. Address the elephant in the room. I'm wearing my hat loud and proud today. The Eagles lost their first loss, well, second loss of the season now, and you know it always hits in the moment, but at the end of the day, we're 4-2. Okay, we're 4-2. The season's not over. We're not 1-5. You know what I mean? 4-2. This is there's a lot of problems to address, and this isn't an Eagles podcast, an Eagles only podcast, so I won't harp on the Eagles for too long. I mean, Jalen threw a bad pick late in the game. AJ Dillon had a costly fumble on a drive that it looked like we were finally putting something together to turn it into a 10-point game. Turn the ball over there. And I mean, Keelan Ringo should be shot. Quinion Mitchell being out and Jalen Carter being out was more massive than probably anybody could have even imagined. Jackson Dart and the Giants were targeting Keelan Ringo all night, and they were profiting from it. And Jackson Dart made some plays with his legs. Cam Scatabo, he might be eating crayons at the playground, and but he knows how to run the damn ball. And dude had 3 fucking touchdowns, and when you let a running back score 3 touchdowns, you probably lose the game, and we lost. So, got to give credit where it's due for the Giants, much as it pains me to say. They played some good football, and we've been doing this weird dance where the Eagles have just been playing one half of football. You go back and watch the beginning of that Giants game. The first 2 plays were a collected 34-yard rushes by Saquon, 2 first downs in a row, and he must have been averaging probably about seven yards a carry at least, but we just stopped giving him the ball. Kevin Patullo, don't know what the hell he's smoking. I don't know. AJ Brown, I wonder if AJ Brown's happy after this week because he got a bunch of yards and touches, got over 80 yards, I believe, but
Yeah, I think second highest yard totals. Yeah, I mean, definitely from a non-Eagles fan perspective here, it's clear that their offense has taken a step back. 2 stats that kind of stood out to me. Saquon's not even on pace for 1,000 rushing yards, let alone scrimmage. Well, scrimmage yards, I don't know what his receiving has been, but he's not even on pace for 1,000 receiving yards, which when you look at last year, which we knew regression was going to come, there's no way he was going to do 2,000 2 years in a row, but to go from over 2,000 to not hit 1,000, that's, I don't think anyone saw. I mean, I didn't see that regression. And I don't think many people saw a regression like that. And the other thing that kind of worries me is, 4-2, so it hasn't really affected them too bad. But Jalen Hurts on throws, I think, of 15 plus air yards or something, he's only completing like 38% of those passes. So obviously it hasn't hurt him too bad, but when you get into another game like they had against the Rams or another kind of shootout, are we confident that Jalen Hurts could throw the big ball when you need him to?
Yeah, and he missed a wide open Devontae Smith that would have been a touchdown before we were done as far as we were.
Mm-hmm.
That could have changed the momentum of the game completely, and he's definitely made some errors. He's definitely, an imperfect quarterback. Or at least that's how he's been playing recently. So Mans has got to figure that out, man. He's got to get in the lab or something. You gotta. There's a lot of tape to watch over these last two weeks long.
I mean, there's still a ton of football to play. I mean, we're only going to the week 6. We got 11, well, 10, depending on if you buy your bye weeks over or not. So I mean, you got games to play. But I guess as the non-Eagles fan to the Eagles fan, if the playoffs hypothetically started today, how confident are you that the Eagles could get back to the Super Bowl?
The playoffs started today.
Like hypothetically speaking, we're sitting in January, playoffs week 1. How are we feeling?
Who would be in the playoffs? That's the question too. I guess.
I mean, yeah, sure, it's all matchup, but
I
it's
mean,
hypotheticals and rhetoricals and all the calls, but
with everyone healthy, I still think we have a shot. So I don't think that it's as we would be nearly as favored, or I'd be as confident on betting on us as we were at the beginning of the season on paper, right? But and there's always what ifs and whatever. But I'm telling you, man, I do think if Quinion played and Jalen Carter played, we had more pressure on the D line. I'm not saying that we win that game against the Giants because Giants played well, but I think it would have been at least a lot closer. I mean, they were picking on Kelee Ringo all night, man, to the point where I don't know if you watched the whole game. The Eagles actually benched Kelee Ringo and put in Adoree Jackson later in the game because he was just getting picked on. Like the Giants were literally just bullying Kelee Ringo all night, as they should, because Kelee was just being a pushover. And Adoree Jackson, he might not be Kelee Ringo bad, but he's still not good. You know what I mean? He's still a fourth string corner.
sure.
I was surprised that, and I know that Vic Fangio likes using him at safety, and sort of a nickel corner. But I'm sitting there wearing my Cooper DeJean jersey, right? And I'm like, why? All these cornerback injuries. Why don't they put, someone else?
At least.
Yeah, try him out, dude. Like he's hung up in there in games against Jamar Chase before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
he's not. You know what I mean? Do I trust him as much as Quinion on the outside? No, but Quinion's gone,
But you could probably trust him as much as like a Kelee Ringo.
At least as much, if not more. I trust him. I mean,
like if the floor is Kelee Ringo, DeJean's got to be somewhere above there.
If the floor is Kelee Ringo, then I might have to put Cody in that corner. He'll probably touch the damn ceiling, my guy. Forget about the floor, okay? Cody's got a higher ceiling than Kelee Ringo any day of the week, dude.
Philly, call me up, Vic Fangio.
I was not having a good time Thursday night, but you gotta move on. It's Saturday now. It's a new weekend. We have a long week now. You have a whole week to get right. And we have to got to get back in the saddle, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I thought that maybe one loss, a little bit of adversity would kind of get the team to be like, all right, let's go. I don't know. We got to start running the ball more, and we got to get our guys healthy. We also had Landon Dickerson out, which, one offensive lineman, I'm not blaming it on having a couple of guys
as
out.
a Packer fan, the offensive lineman injuries, I'll take the pull.
Not blaming it all on that.
That one.
Not blaming it all on that, and you got to have, good depth and whatever. But just worth noting that the Eagles team was not 100% against that New York Giants team, right? So, moving on, away from the Eagles, Thursday Night Football.
So I will say, I didn't watch the whole game. I was actually watching another Philadelphia team lose.
I was watching that as well.
So that whole town of Philadelphia Thursday night was probably
was
quiet and dark and dreary.
It was ass.
We're not a baseball show here, but what a terrible way to end that game too.
Throw to first base, brother. Just throw to first base.
That's all you needed to do.
I think that as soon as he muffed it off the ground, he just panicked and just.
That's probably what it is. I mean, you got to think
you're throw it home, but
11th inning, bases loaded. What do you? Yeah, it was a panic throw.
Yeah, that didn't help either. Not that I'm the most diehard Phillies fan. I follow them a little bit in the playoffs, but it's just the little things. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
oh damn, the Phillies just lost. Oh god, now here we go. The Eagles are down against the fucking Giants. Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, tough night for Philly fans. And being a Met fan in baseball, I was like, oh, sick, Phillies lost. But then I was like, oh, shit, Dodgers won. So it was kind of like a catch-22 there for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on from the baseball. I don't know where we want to go. We don't really have a script here today for you guys.
We have
We're
no
just
script. Well,
punches.
let me turn the let me ask you
If you want
a
to know, if you
question.
guys want to actually know how, kind of makeshift the shows today, I'm sitting on my floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on my floor. The table I usually use, we had to use for something else. We're kind of renovating the kitchen, so I'm on my floor, and my table
Ah,
is the chair I usually sit on. So we're kind of total
awesome.
mad libbing today.
Yeah, I know you're doing some fun stuff in the kitchen. Just heard some whispers about that. Um, no, my question for you, I guess, just to put the ribbon on the Eagles Giants conversation. How much credit do you give as a bystander watching the game, an unbiased bystander? Do you give to the Giants winning the game or the Eagles losing the game? Like when you watch that game, like what do you see the narrative as? You see the narrative as wow, the Eagles are playing bad football and the Giants took advantage, or like wow, Jackson Dart's real, the Giants are real, or maybe somewhere in the middle.
Um, so there's 3 starts now for Dart, and I think 2 out of 3 of them he played really well. His first start he played well. Thursday he played well. Could be said, the Phillies defense being dinged up, so maybe that plays a part. Second start, shaky, but not like he played bad. It just compared to those other 2 starts wasn't great. I think Cam Scadabo is a freak. Um,
He is
I
a
don't
freak.
know. He's an absolute freak. He could eat crayons and tell you the different flavors.
Yeah. This
I
one's
don't know.
blue.
Do I? I think Dart's an upgrade from what they've had in Russell Wilson. I think
Oh
Cam
yeah.
Scarborough gives this running back room a whole nother dimension. Neighbors being out is tough, but Wandale Robinson stepped up. Theo Johnson, not Thursday, but the week before, had 2 touchdowns. He stepped up. So I think you're going to see, an offense that isn't necessarily centered around one guy, but one guy might have a good week. Next week, it's the next guy up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the Giants look good. Do I think they're how good do I think they could be? I don't know. It's only been 3 games. I'm not a I don't believe really in Dable, unless maybe he turns it around. I don't know. I have nothing against the guy, so maybe hopefully he does. But I mean, yeah, with Dable at the helm, do I really trust this team? No, but the last 3 weeks they look better than the first 3 weeks. And then I
They've
guess on
looked,
the side, I guess kind of flip it. I was a little higher on them going into the year than if you're going to ask me how I feel about them now. I think the whole change at offensive coordinator has hurt them. Um, Kellen Moore, even the Saints being 1-4 at this point, whatever it is, 1-4, 1-5. I mean, but the offense, you can't say the offense looks bad by any means. I mean, I think Spencer Rattler only 1 interception to date.
yeah, he doesn't really turn the ball. He doesn't really
Yeah, I
turn the
mean,
ball over. He's as many games they've been losing.
I think their record isn't indicative of how good of a team they are, if that makes sense. I think they're much better than 1-4, if that makes any sense. I know
Yeah.
the question was about Giants, Eagles, and
No, but yeah, the Saints
but
just play the
it kind of
Giants.
just goes back to I think losing Kelly Moore in Philadelphia definitely hurts.
Mhm.
Because I don't think the defense necessarily took a step back. They had injuries, so any defense with injuries isn't going to play as good when they're fully or isn't going to play as good as if they were fully healthy. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's some question marks on offense for Philly that I would worry about,
Mhm.
especially with AJ Brown. Not being super vocal, but making it known he's not happy with his role. and now you have Devontae Smith kind of echoing that. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're the Giants fan, putting myself in the seat of a Giants fan, I'm probably thinking, we're probably not going to win it all, but this is going to be a fun year and the future looks good. If I'm, sitting in the Eagles fans chair, I'm probably thinking, we're still a good team, but are we as good as we were last year? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Still going to make the playoffs. Still probably going to win a playoff game or two. Do I see us repeating? Probably not right now at this moment. I guess that's where I would.
Got to see what happens.
Well, like we said, it's going on the week 6. Ton of football to play.
A lot of football have to be played.
Who knows what happens?
Still early, and maybe still early to bring up this conversation too. But I know you and I have a bet, and really nothing surrounding the bet, nothing to lose or gain, I believe, but about the Raiders and the Cowboys organizations, correct?
Yeah, to be fair, I did say 3 years to start, but
those Raiders
looking good.
I mean, the Cowboys only technically have one more win. The Cowboys technically only have one more win over the Raiders, but holy damn, man,
the Raiders don't look good.
They don't look good at all.
I
mean, outside of Gene,
I was a little higher on them than I'm not going to say I was like super high, like they're going to make the playoffs and go on a run, but I thought they'd be a little better than they are now.
Man, it's been rough sledding.
Although, and what week are we in? What's today? October 11th. Hot take here. Throw it out, but I want to be the first to say it if it does come true. Don't be surprised. Maybe be surprised because they're paying Geno Smith $70 million, but don't be surprised if Russell Wilson ends up on the Raiders by the end of the year.
No shot.
Well, not by the end, by the trade deadline. I just want to be the first one to say it. Because if it's right, I look like a genius. But if it's wrong, who's going to believe that anyway?
Carroll's going to stick with his guy, Geno, man. He likes Geno. He loves Geno too much, dude.
He's the guy he won a Super Bowl with.
Yeah, but I mean, Russell he's old now. He's old news. He's over the hump.
Right, I'm looking it up. Hold on.
I mean, Geno's over the hump too, but
these are the beauties of going live. We're gonna look up age here. Let's go. Geno Smith age. Smith is 35. Russell Wilson 36.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're right there.
They're both old, but Geno Smith has been playing better football in the past 2 seasons than Russell has.
Hey, we're only what week was it? 2. We're only 4 weeks removed from 450-yard performance by Russell Wilson. So,
but they lost that game, and there were some costly turnovers that Russell was arguably, even though he was one of the reasons why they were in the game.
No, I know.
Arguably the reason why they lost as well.
No, I know. I'm just being devil's advocate here. If you
the OT turnover was killer. Turnover was killer. And
I mean, I think it really is. You guys know that Spider-Man meme where it's the 2 Spider-Mans pointing at each other. I mean, that's essentially like we love talking hypotheticals. If the Raiders did trade for Russell Wilson, that's essentially what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's the same. You're picking the lesser of the 2 evils, and it's marginal. But speaking of Cowboys in overtime, a week that we did miss that I would have loved to have a conversation about. Holy damn, man! I mean, the Cowboys.
So I'm not as heated as I was about it.
And I wanted you guys to beat the Cowboys, but I had a feeling that they could win that game, and hot damn, was that shit close? Like, literally down to the wire. Like, Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur, I don't know what type of clock management they were smoking on that last drive.
So
but they were smoking.
Me and a buddy, Brandon of mine, who you guys have a Two Faces podcast, another show, great show. He's also a fellow Packer fan, and him and I will text. We usually don't text during the day or during the game because we're kind of focused in. But we'll normally do like a Monday morning briefing. And the thing we kept going back to is Matt LaFleur is too conservative of a play caller at times, where instead of taking chances to go ahead and win a game, he just makes plays to let's just stay in the game. And you had Jordan Love, who probably had his best game all year. He seemed like he couldn't miss. He was just making throws, hitting guys, like he just couldn't miss.
Yeah.
And instead of, taking a couple shots in overtime and even late in the fourth, like he was just throwing these screen passes. Like we can't just screen pass our way to these wins every year or every week. Sure, we can do it some weeks, if we're, say we're up a couple scores in the fourth and late third, sure, whatever. I'm fine with your screen passes. But when it's 33-33 and we're going into overtime, like we got to take some chances. And I just don't think he doesn't take enough of those. And and the only time he does is like the first half where it's safer to do it. But very rarely will you see like late third into the fourth unless necessarily needs to. He's not going to take those big risks, which I don't like. And I understand why he does it because the word risk involved obviously can go the wrong way and then we lose. But I rather, like, I don't know. You just got to make the play. You got to call something. Like, you got to get risky at times. And he's just too conservative. You have a young, explosive offense. And we're not using it to its full potential, I don't think.
Yeah. And a tie is definitely better than a loss, but when you tie, it almost feels like you lost, doesn't it?
Sure. But there were so many times we could have won that, and then
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
And I hate to get into this, but could we talk about some of these penalties and non-penalties that were and weren't called?
Oh, you want to talk about a week that we missed? You'll get me
Can we
an
talk
Eagles
about
fan.
can we
You'll
talk
get the
about
Eagles
how
fan talking about the Broncos game. Jesus
these
Christ.
Cowboys fans could talk all the time about Dez caught or Dez didn't catch it. I know for goddamn sure Dak did not have a receiver in the area. And there was no one within 15 yards of that goddamn ball. And we're going to say he had a receiver in the area, so that should have backed him up. And then you had that other one, the center for Green Bay now on the other side of the ball. Center for Green Bay picked the ball up, and they called it it wasn't a false start. It was some dumbass thing. He like moved the ball forward, or he moved the ball. He did something. The center moved the ball somehow.
Like an illegal spot of the ball or some bullshit.
Something. He grabbed the ball, and all he did was like, it's gonna be hard to show, but like, say this is my pen. Like, here's the ball. He literally went like this.
Yeah.
He moved it up. And maybe it moved forward like an inch, but like, I don't know. I guess I am still heated from it because some of those calls are so beyond me. But yeah, I mean, that's where it comes down to. I think situational play calling hurts us. Circling back to that, that, and like you said, we were down some players too. Not going to blame it on that, but we were missing. Jaden Reed were out a couple weeks. We also have Watson. Had a couple guys on the offensive line. The secondary starting to scare me. Played well first couple games. The funny joke, the holes in the Swiss cheese is starting to be found in our defense.
Yeah, well, that was the same thing for that week, at least against Dallas. I mean, neither one of you guys were going to stop a nosebleed with either one of your defenses. It was.
I will say though, and I'm sorry I slept on him.
Shootout.
Yeah, our secondary couldn't stop anything. Outside, I will say Keyshawn Nixon has been playing very well in our secondary, so kudos to him. Everyone else in the secondary, what are we doing? McKinney hasn't been found this year outside of one stupid interception, which he should have dropped anyway. But you're not going to, you won't see a deflected pass on a stat sheet, which would have gave you a freaking 20 better yards of field position. But I mean, outside of that, like Evan Williams really hasn't done much. Javon Bullard, he's a freaking liability in coverage. Great tackler. Well, questionable tackler. But he's a liability in coverage. Carrington Valentine stinks. Like, we addressed a lot, but I think trade deadline, we really need to focus on a corner.
You and me both, brother.
Once we get a corner, then I'll be comfortable saying, like, well, maybe we can make a run. But until then,
our
defense is giving up 30, 40. When we can't even stop Joe Flacco on the Browns.
Did you see Greg Newsom traded away from the Browns to the Jags, by the way?
I did see that. That was interesting.
They swapped corners. I forget. Tyson
They swapped
Campbell.
corners, and I think the Browns got a 6th and Jaguars got a 7th. Or maybe I got that flipped.
Something
but it was Campbell
lines.
and a 7th.
I don't think that Greg Newsom has been playing as hot as his name. Like, I feel like his name is sexier than how he's been playing this season and recently. But I probably like Greg a little bit better than Campbell. Like, I don't hate that for Jacksonville.
It's close. I mean, speaking of Browns corners, I mean, that'd be a perfect guy to go after for Green Bay. Go get Denzel Ward at the trade deadline. Like, go get him. There's going to be teams selling at the deadline, and you could probably get a good corner off one of them.
Yeah, I think Cleveland. I mean, it's tough because that deadline's closing in. Maybe for Cleveland, I mean, you're 1-4, but that division is still like kind of close right now. Like, if you can squeeze out a win this week, unlikely, but if you could squeeze out a win against Pittsburgh, maybe you look at the pieces you have and say, all right, if Gabriel's going to play okay, Harold Fannon's been pretty solid rookie, receiver at tight end for you. Like,
Judkins looks
their defense is still their defense is always good. Maybe you go, okay, well, screw it. We might as well just keep Ward. You know what I mean? Like,
and Judkins, like I said, looks like a star in the making.
Oh yeah, again, yeah, they've hit on some draft picks this year, man. They have, and especially if either one of their signal callers, whether it's Gabriel or Shedeur, who might not even see Shedeur.
Yeah, I mean, Gabriel he didn't even look half bad his first game starting.
Yeah, he didn't look too bad.
Not saying he looked good or great, but he didn't look bad.
Yeah, for a first game, man.
I'd say. Yeah, I mean, he played better. I mean, he didn't step back from what Joe Flacco was giving you.
Yeah.
If anything, he might have played a little better than what Joe Flacco gave you.
Speaking of trades, money, Joe Flacco, baby.
Wait, hold that 1 second. We do have a question in the chat I want to address. I don't want to push it off too long. Kevin Aborde, thank you for being here. He says, Mike Carter, JCM. I forget the matchups here. I think JCM plays. Give me 2 seconds. Because I have JCM
Carter.
JCM plays Chicago, and Cardinals are playing Indy. I mean, I'd probably go JCM. I mean, both had good games last week. JCM's probably going to get a couple more catches. I'll probably go JCM.
Oh man, the Colts are their defense is so good. Yeah, I'll probably lean JCM as well.
Yeah, I mean, probably JCM.
If you're a matchup guy,
I'm not saying Carter. I mean, Carter had 22 touches last week himself.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to get more after DeMarcado got assaulted by his coach on the sideline.
Dude, I mean, I got a question for you though, man.
Sure.
If you're
Kevin, we'll get to your next one in a second.
If you're a coach and your player runs across the damn goal line, before he runs across the goal line at the half-yard line, he fumbles. He lets go of the ball and he's celebrating. He fumbles the ball. I'm not saying he should be hit. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna. You know what I mean? If you look at the tape, like, he doesn't really hit him, but he kind of hits him. You know what I mean? It was kind of like one of those gray area, like, I mean, geez, man, like, you don't play him anymore? Like, what? Like, you gave up a damn touchdown, dude. The week before, speaking about the Colts, funny enough, these are the two teams that just did it in the last 2 weeks, where they fumbled the ball at the half-yard line out of a celebration because Adonai Mitchell had what would have been a monster. Oh my God, it would have been a highlight of the month. His reception, breaks the tackle, makes a guy miss, sprints to the end zone. This man, Adonai Mitchell, has been cooking on the back burner out of Texas on the Indianapolis Colts for the past
would have been his highlight play of his career.
He would have. He could have moved up the depth chart with a play like that, and then he does something as boneheaded as that, and it's like, what? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Do you give up on your guy? Like, it sucks. I mean, obviously Deshaun Jackson famously did it as well, and it's like, obviously you're not going to bench Deshaun Jackson, but, like, dude, you gotta, like, how hard is it to just hold on to the football when you're walking across the plane, dude?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not gonna, not to say what high school I went to, and not gonna dox anyone here, but if getting a couple of hits to your pads on the sideline by a coach is worthy of $100,000 fine. I know a couple head coaches in high school who may need to pay up. But anyway, yeah, I don't
Wow.
get it from a player standpoint. Just hang on to it, man. Just hang on to it. Just take two more steps and then drop it. I don't understand what the point of. I don't understand what's the. I don't get it. I don't get that point.
Yeah, what I'm thinking
I
too,
know
like
some
if
like you're trying to taunt and be cool and whatever, but like
but why you gotta get rid of the
get
football?
in
Don't
there,
you almost wanna hold on to the football? Like, "Hey, this is
right?
mine, like, I just scored with this." That might have been Adonai Mitchell's first ever NFL touchdown anyway.
Yeah, and it would have been
I
well. No,
could one of
Marcado
his
wouldn't have
first ones,
scored,
like,
but that's a 70.
that would have
They
been
were both what
DeMarco's first,
they were both 70+ yard touchdowns.
and that probably that was that would that not have been DeMarco's first touchdown as well?
No, he had one the week
He had one
prior.
before.
And I think he had a couple last year too.
I mean,
But I
even
mean,
still,
it would
man,
have
like,
been his career highlight. When you
uh,
think of Amari DiMercato, you think of that play. But now, for all the wrong reasons, you think of that play when you hear his name. Same thing with Adonai Mitchell. Like that play, if you hold on to it, we're going to remember you for that play. However,
and
now we're remembering for you that play for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Do I think Gannon deserves to get fined $100,000? No, I don't think.
you
Come
shouldn't
on.
hit your players, but
You shouldn't. No, but if it's not like he went out, he was like
I
fucking
heard,
mauling him. He just like
I
he punched him in the chest pad. Whatever. Like,
and he
come on.
kinda, like, he didn't even like, it wasn't like a punch, it was like almost like a half slap thing.
Yeah, he
Listening
slapped him in the chest. He has pads on.
I was
Like,
listening to Bruce Arians talk about it, and obviously he's like an old school head coach, and he's like, "That's nothing compared to back in my day.
I
Like
was still about to say, 10 years ago, if you saw it on the
there was
sideline, you'd be like,
coaches that would
business
coaches
as usual.
there was coaches that would grab their face mask and shake them
Oh, yeah.
like,
It's like 10,
geez.
15 years ago, this is business as usual. And now we're finding coaches $100,000. I don't
I
know.
mean, NFL, they're gonna find a way to make money from everything. So
Yeah. All
steal
right,
money
Kevin's
under your
got
tongue.
another one for us. How do you feel about this trade? Traded Chase Brown for JCM. I mean, I think it's good.
Uh,
Bengals offense is kind of at a stalemate. Chase Brown is not playing well. I think Flacco helps him. I think Brown plays better from this point on, but I think JCM is also going to play better from this point on.
I like JCM. I like
I like it.
JCM side.
I think you're fine. Um, which kind of circles us back nicely to a transition. We were going to talk about Joe Flacco before we got into these questions.
Good old Joe, man. I'm excited to see what he could do in the Bengals offense. I know the whenever there's news, I'm sure you've been through this and may do it in our own group chats, but everyone has their fantasy football group chats with their boys, and usually whenever there's like a big news headline or a trade, everyone takes to the group chat and it's like, oh shit, oh ball, everyone's like putting their 2 cents into the jar. And in my one league, one of the first things that was said was, oh, Joe's going to Cincinnati, blah, blah, blah. And then immediately it was like, yeah, he's not going to survive behind that offensive line. And I think that that's worth noting. But I mean, damn it, if Jamar Chase and T. Higgins aren't going to get the ball just
Sure.
absolutely spoon fed to them. Like, you know, it's Joe Flacco, man. I don't know. He's just old. He's old Joe. He's seasoned. He's been around. He's taken hits before. I mean, I don't think that he's going to be like, don't expect him to play like fucking Patrick Mahomes on, behind there or anything, or Tom Brady, you know what I mean? But like, he's going to be able to move the rock a little bit, I
Sure.
think. And how much has that helped them in their situation with their defense as bad as it is and everything? Football, you got to play both sides of the ball. Maybe Joe could play linebacker for them. I don't know, but I think he's going to help them better than Jake Browning was going to help them.
Oh yeah, I think he's a much better. Well, I won't at this point, not much better, but he is definitely a better quarterback than Jake Browning. But for the reason you brought up, it does scare me because Joe Flacco has been sacked more times than Jake Browning this year behind a better offensive line, and now he's going to a worse offensive line, so that scares me. But quarterback play itself should improve in Cincinnati.
I wonder how much of those sacks were based off of sitting in the pocket too long because a wide receiver didn't get open, though.
It's true. I mean, I can't say I watch a lot of Cleveland Brown.
I have not either.
So I can't answer that, but I mean, it's a good point.
It's,
I mean,
it's just
maybe
thought practice.
Oh no, and it's absolutely a very fair point to bring up because instead of now you're throwing to Jamar Chase and T Higgins now instead of Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman, but he got hurt, and then Isaiah Bond, I guess, was then your next up.
Yeah. And I think the Bengals also just looked down at their this goes to show either how just hilariously, bad or just funny this Bengals organization could be. They just look down at their depth chart, their roster, and they go, So we win games when we have a man named Joe at quarterback. All right, trade for him. Go get him. And
get us a Joe. Did you hear how close they were to getting Jameis? Apparently they were about to make a deal for Jameis, and then last second Giants upped the asking price. So I think I forget the details, but say for example, it's they all right, yeah, we'll give you a fifth for Jameis. I guess last second they're like, what about a fourth? And the Bengals I don't know.
Joe.
Apparently that's
named Joe.
So then they went to
Yeah, Joe would have been probably cheaper anyway, too. I forget the exact trade details, but it wasn't a lot.
I think it was a fifth, a fifth or sixth.
It was a fifth or sixth,
yeah,
something.
Which I think, even if you're the Browns, that's a great trade on their end too. Fifth round for a quarterback that you probably weren't going to use after. Yeah, well, definitely next year, but you might not even been using them after week 10.
Yeah, but he's someone to play for you right now. And if you're the Giants, you probably, as much as you would want to get some, value for your team and draft capital and everything. I mean, Jackson Dart took a pretty big hit last week, even though they won the game and everything. He had to go to the blue tent. Cam Scatterbo was running there with him. I've never seen more people rush into a blue tent in my fucking life. I don't know why the hell everyone had to go in there and suck off Jackson Dart, but they did.
Well, I mean,
but anyway,
if they didn't, they'd have to Russell Wilson
or Jameis Winston.
So I know we joked about before about
that's why maybe you want to keep Jameis
Russell
around.
Wilson. Them trading him to Las Vegas, which probably isn't going to happen. But do we think the Giants should probably look to trade Wilson or Jameis? I mean, there's definitely a team out there that could benefit from a better backup. Look at the Ravens, maybe, or even come in and be a starter.
God damn if Jameis Winston isn't a Raven, man.
Look at team. I mean, Lamar probably comes back next week, we hope. Maybe they sit him one more week, roll into the bye without him. I mean, for fantasy purposes, I'm hoping that's not the case. Look at a team like Baltimore. Look at a team like the Jets. When Justin Fields went down, Taylor didn't play that good. I mean, Taylor's fine. So, you can look at Miami if Tua would ever go down again. You know what I mean? There's a ton of teams that I think could benefit from having that insurance of a Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson.
Speaking of backups, I think, is this a good time to have the Mac Jones conversation?
Sure. I think Mac Jones was a product of his environment in New England.
They have to go. Well, you want to talk about? You want to open up a can of worms right now?
Hey, brother, we got time today, as far as I'm concerned. Open it up, man. You need a can opener? I got one for you.
I'm gonna say something.
Lay it on me. Well, hold on.
No one's
let's hear it.
No one. I don't think a lot of people are gonna agree or like it, but I'm gonna go down a road.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
And I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with my, least hot take, and then work my way into the weeds. But Bill Belichick fucked up Mac Jones. He fucked him
Sure.
up.
So I don't know.
And he failed. He failed him. He failed Mac Jones.
So I don't know if it was him. I think it was the fact that his rookie year, he had Josh McDaniels, had a great rookie year at offensive coordinator. His second year, Mike Patricia was our offensive coordinator, who was never an offensive coordinator. He was a defensive coordinator, but then made him an offensive coordinator, and then he stunk. So I don't know if it was Bill himself. I think it was the fact that he had a defensive coordinator as an offensive coordinator. Because even if you look last year in Jacksonville, he played much better than he did his last couple of years in New England.
Right. Well, I will tell you what I know for a fact is Bill Belichick's fault is this whole the Bailey Zappi project, where every other week he was taking in and putting out Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones, and every single time one of them did the slightest error, he took out one and put in the other. And the stuff that I could only imagine, the mental games that does to you as a quarterback,
sure.
where every single time you drop back on, under center, you're like, holy shit, if I, throw an incompletion here, my job's gone, for both of them. And, Bailey Zappi even had some upside as a quarterback, but
sure.
I don't think nearly as much as Mac Jones. And when you look at what Mac has done in even Jacksonville as a quarterback, in the past, and obviously now in Shanahan's offense. And I think it's one thing to say that, oh, well, Kyle Shanahan's offense, is very forgiving to quarterbacks. Yes, it is. But I don't know if you watched any of the games or seen any clips on them on social media or on Red Zone or anything. Mac Jones isn't throwing like these screen passes that are just designed to get positive yards. Like he is throwing
you don't get 330 yards throwing screen passes.
No, he's throwing like timed dig routes against zone coverage, like ropes, like throwing not pennies, not quarters. He's throwing dimes to wide receivers.
Quarters, some might say.
Dude, to wide receivers like fucking
Kendrick
Bourne, dude.
Like, we did play with the New England, so they did have some kind of chemistry coming in. But even Jake Tongas has like 3 touchdowns over the last 3 weeks. Like
that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's going in there banged up too. I mean, the dude was taking hits. I thought that if he took one more hit, that he would actually die.
Like, I think he's questionable this week too, which is kind of
the 49ers have a problem with the water that they feed their players or something. Their bones just disintegrate overnight.
It's gotta be.
But
let's just hope McCaffrey doesn't keep drinking that water.
The dude,
please let him stay healthy.
The dude is making plays though, and it's like, I wonder when I see stuff like that, it makes me just wonder a little bit about the impacting and the importance of coaching. And
there's a ton. Absolutely.
I'm not going to say that Bill Belichick's overrated, but I'm going to say that I think all those Super Bowls were Tom Brady. That's all. And that's not. I know that's not the super hottest take in the world. That's actually probably a pretty, lukewarm take. But when it comes to like, oh, Bill Belichick's easily the best coach of all time, it's like, I don't know. You got the Don Shulas of the world. You got the Andy Reids of the world. You got these other coaches that have, I don't know. I feel like handled some situations better. That's all I'm going to say. The Mac Jones thing, because that was the big narrative. As soon as Tom Brady left and Bill Belichick stayed in New England, it was like, okay, this is going to be the chance to see if it was all Brady or if it was all Belichick.
Well, look what happened the first year that Brady left. Brady won the bowl.
Cam Newton.
Belichick did nothing.
Cam. I'm pretty sure it was Cam Newton or Jacoby Brissett or someone right after Tom. Yeah. And Cam Newton on the Patriots was fun, but Bill Bill was just throwing darts at a board, man. He had no plan, and
I
that's
mean, I'm
that's the
not
problem too. I mean, how can you, as the GOAT coach, right, the greatest, right, so easily move on from Tom Brady, Tom Brady, and have no plan? Like, it's one thing to look at the tea leaves and go, "Damn, Tom Brady is getting old," and he did retire 2 years later. So Bill was right that he was nearing the end. But if you're gonna do it, man, if you're gonna move on from the GOAT, it's fine to acknowledge that. It's fine to say, you
sure.
know what, I'm gonna cut my losses. I don't want to give him a major contract. I'm ready to move on from him. He's gonna be done in
Sure. I mean,
two
every team does
seasons
it. Look
anyway.
at Green Bay and look at
But Green Bay
the
at least
Colts. Yeah,
makes insurance plans for themselves when they
sure.
say, I'm gonna move on from Brett. I'm gonna make sure I get Aaron
We're gonna make sure
before
we have
time
our
runs
guy.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, Aaron's getting old. I'm gonna make sure I draft Jordan Love before Aaron crosses that threshold. And it's like, Jalen Hurts with Carson Wentz.
sure.
We're the Packer and Eagles dudes. I mean, there's I mentioned Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes with
Smith.
Alex Smith. Like,
That or you do it like
you
what the
need
Colts did with Manning. You do the complete opposite. Don't draft the game plan. Know you're gonna suck. Go into the year, no, like swallow your pride, swallow your ego. Know you're gonna suck, and guess what? You get Andrew Luck.
that too, and maybe
But that's the thing too. Like,
maybe that's
so
what Bill was thinking. But then I don't know.
no, I don't think so.
But
So I
then
don't
he
think Bill's one of those guys to just be like, all right, let's pack it in for the year. He's going to roll out his team and he's going to show you what he can do with his team. For all the reasons, I don't disagree with you at all. I mean, I think Belichick's a good coach,
Oh, he's a good coach. He's
but
definitely a good coach. He's definitely one of the best coaches of all time.
I
But
think we could probably insert some other coaches into his scenario and they could be just as good. I mean, you had Tom Brady and a top 10 defense for
crazy.
for 20 years.
Yeah.
A lot of coaches could be very successful with that. Could they
Yeah.
be as successful? We'll never know. Would they be more successful? We'll never know.
Yeah. Hypotheticals.
I
Right?
just think Bill Belichick, without Tom Brady, he's coaching in college now. And he's not doing that well.
He is
So
not.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I don't think that's a hot take. We're probably going to get some people that are going to be like, oh, Belichick's the go. Listen, we get it.
I get
I
why
think I'm on your
people
side
think
on
that
this one,
he's.
Jack. I don't
I,
think that's
I get why people say that he's the GOAT, but when I look at other coaches that just seem to have, and I'm only 24 years old. Like, I haven't seen the entire. I didn't really get into football until high school, so like I haven't seen every single snap of Belichick's
sure.
career. And yes, I know he was a DC back on the Giants and everything, and worked on the Browns a little bit with Nick Saban. I know he's a guy that's rubbed shoulders with greats for a long time and has always historically had great defenses. And you know, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's still one of the
Sure.
best coaches of all time. But if
Absolutely.
I'm looking and I have to make a list on like a coach that I would want based off what I've seen in practical situations in decision making, would Belichick be in the top 10? Yeah. Would I put him in my top 3? I don't know. Like, I can't say for a fact that like I wouldn't prefer Andy Reid, or that, I don't know too
I
much
think
about the.
if we're putting legacy aside for a minute, if we're just taking the coach off coaching ability, like, say Super Bowls, like we're not taking into consideration, I could probably give you 3, 4, 5 current NFL coaches I'd want. If I'm starting a team, there's probably about 4 or 5 current NFL coaches I would take before him
Over Bill.
over Bill. Legacy aside, we're not talking about legacy. We're talking about just how well they coach
Oh, like right now, like
right
if you were
now.
going to start your own
I'm
team,
starting a team right now, and they
and
said,
and
which coach do you want?
you could hire Bill, or you could hire like Kyle Shanahan.
Probably Bill over Shanahan. Shanahan's bad in the big games.
Maybe, yeah, it might have something there. But then, what? I mean, Andy Reid.
A name that comes to mind? Do you want? Well, there you go. I mean, very similar to me, but I think my favorite coach, just as far as coaching goes,
O'Connell.
and I hate that he's on the
So
Vikings.
good.
Kevin O'Connell
He's
is
so
probably
good.
the best head coach in the NFL right now.
Also, man, your division's fucked. But Dan Campbell, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Dan Campbell.
MCDC, bro. I mean, you even
And
got
I'm not saying
Ben
I take
Johnson. Ben
Dan over
Johnson looks good so
Bill,
far.
but yeah,
I mean, that might be a topic there. We can draft head
draft a
coaches
head coach.
division things, like you know what I mean. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like with that. I mean, obviously, I have to sit down and look at it, but that might be your best coached division in football right there.
I mean, that's probably it. I was talking
Because
about it
what
at
else
work
do you
the other
have?
day. That I think that's probably right
It's probably
now.
your best coach division.
Right now, it's
Because what's
probably the best.
NFC? You got Sirianni.
You have,
I mean, Dan Quinn. I like.
yeah, you
No, well,
have
I don't Dable and whatever on, and then
Schottenheimer.
kind of too soon on Schottenheimer. We don't really
Yeah.
know. Hasn't looked too bad so far.
No, it
The
hasn't looked.
players seem to like him, so he's
Yeah,
doing something well there.
yeah.
But I mean, Dable weighs you down, and you're not taking. I'm probably taking Ben Johnson over Schottenheimer right now as the rookie head coaches.
Mm.
And I mean, O'Connell, Sirianni. I mean, put them in a ring, give them some gloves, and fight it out. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were saying. Actually, it reminds me of a point I wanted to bring up when we were talking about. Look at these tangents we go on. We started talking about Mac Jones, and here we are. But going back to like quarterback play and everything, and how coaches help. I mean,
That's
look at
Kevin
Kevin
O'Connell.
O'Connell. He's done it. Look at Sam Darnold. Look at Daniel Dimes. Look at Carson Wentz now. I mean, once Kevin O'Connell retires as a coach, he should start up the Kevin O'Connell quarterback
Rehab facility.
or whatever you got to do, because whatever he's doing to quarterbacks,
A quarterback camp. Like that ass.
it's working.
Yeah.
That's three career. Well, Carson Wentz is probably not resurrecting his career, but that's two quarterbacks in Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones that people thought, all right, well, you're just gonna be back up the rest of your career. No, the fuck they ain't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's some just some
What you got to think? All
fun.
the talking about how like Shanahan can win like the big. Well, I guess we haven't seen O'Connell win a big game, but he can win all the close ones. I think the Vikings have like the most one score wins in like the last 3 years or something.
Also, I believe, is it the first or second biggest comeback ever with the Vikings that they had?
Last year with the Colts, like 33 points. Yeah,
It
or
was.
something like
I think it was.
34.
I think it was two because Kirk was there, so it was like two
A
years
couple
ago.
years
Maybe.
ago. Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been with Darnold. I think
It was with Kirko, and they
yeah, like
came
30
back.
some points at half. Yeah, I mean
Crazy.
I hate that he's in Minnesota and I got to play him twice a year, but man, is he a good coach? I guess. All right. Enough over there. All right, we'll get back to some questions here. Kevin's got a lot, and he said sorry for the questions. Don't be sorry about Kevin. That's what we're here for, man. When do we think Evans? I'm gonna assume that means comes back. I think with how good Mbuka's playing, they don't have a reason to rush him. So I think not until he's 100%. Be honest with you, even if he's at like 98%, I think they're gonna be like, hey, take one more week. Godwin was a surprise out this week. I don't imagine that's to be long term. That's probably just a 1 week thing.
Last I saw, it's probably around week 8 or 9 with Evans, but even still, like
I mean, I'm not going to rush him. I mean,
you look at
I'm
George
letting him take
Kittle,
his time.
who also has a similar hamstring.
Yeah, that's on our name. So
injury.
Pearsall, Kittle, Godwin, Benson all will return. Yeah, I think Kittle's coming back next week. Pearsall, I don't know, man. I don't know about Pearsall. He kind of worries me. Godwin, like I said, that's probably just like a 1 week thing. You got to think he's coming off a big ankle injury from last year, played 2 weeks. So it's probably just like a maintenance out for Godwin. And you have Benson. I think they put him on IR, so I think he has 2 more weeks there. But yeah, he'll be back. And then I think he's got one more for us.
Russell also has a
We
knee
just talked about
injury, which is
Tongus or
a bit
Taylor.
different than a hamstring injury, but
I'm assuming this is tight end, and I think that'd be Mason Taylor. I'm going off the assumption. I'm going Mason Taylor. Tongus, you're praying for a touchdown. However, Mason Taylor, I think, has 8 targets his last 2 weeks.
I want Tongues, man.
The standard Tongus PPR Taylor.
I'm going. I'm starting Tongues in the
Tongus,
league.
you're praying
Actually,
on a touchdown, which I have to start him in one of my leagues because Brock Bowers is out again, and he was kind of my best option there. So I am starting Tongus, hoping for a touchdown.
I think
But if when I was there picking up Tongus and I saw Mason Taylor on the waiver wire, also I would have picked up Taylor over.
But Tongues had last week. Tongues had 11 targets.
11? Did he?
11. He had 17 points. The week before that, he had 5, and he had 14 because he has been scoring touchdowns like nobody. But I'm starting him over Mark Andrews this week. And Mark obviously, Lamar's out.
Candidate,
but
that's another guy who's probably not gonna. He'll be on another team.
I like
I think
Tongus or how the hell do you pronounce his last name? Is it
Tongus? I don't know.
I'm riding Tongus personally.
Cody's me too. I have to. I'm starting him in fantasy this week. I technically have Taylor starting in another league too, but that's a dynasty league where I'm kind of not really going for it, kind of in a rebuild there. But
Shanahan, speaking of Shanahan, man, he loves those tight ends. He loves the tight end, brother,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I hate Justin Fields, so I just don't trust Justin Fields to move the ball down.
Even as a Packer fan and him being in Chicago, I always had a soft spot for Justin Fields.
He's
him.
He's gotten too many chances, man. He's not it.
He's played well this year. Played well last year in Pittsburgh too.
Put him at running back, and I'd like him.
I don't know. He's got some good throws. I watched the Jets. What game was it? Was it last week? Whoever the Jets played.
They played the Cowgirls.
That's it. At the Cowboys game. He made some good throws that game. Granted, a lot of them were in second half garbage time, but
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
What are you gonna do? Hey, for a show that we didn't know we were going to talk about, we
already been cooking for an hour. I was just about to say, do you want
to? I guess we should get to our pick'ems. So let me log into DraftKings here.
Some fat picks, and then call it a day.
Well, here, why am I getting DraftKings loaded? Well, I guess I got to get called up. Do we want to do like our? What should we call this? Because it's not really Survivor. Like our head-to-head, should we call it? I feel like we got to get a different name for it.
Yeah, kind of just our
update as we started the. I guess
it's like a pick contest. I don't know.
I'll just say the head-to-head weekly pick thing. We'll make a graphic for it. Yeah, so we missed a couple weeks. So Jack 2-0, I'm 1-1. So you guys can see how many weeks we've missed. But we're gonna get back on about here, week 6. I think I picked first last, so we'll let you go first. If you have the games up. If not, we can do pick'ems first.
Let's do pick'ems first. It'll give us both some time to get like a feel for the game.
Take as long as I thought it would be. I got it here though. All right, we'll start with the first one. So for any first-time viewers, I guess, Jack and I, this is the part where we're gonna parlay every single game this week, put $1 on it, try and win $7,000. We've been close a few times.
And we each got 2. We got to agree on it, and we each have a veto.
We have to agree on it. We each have a veto, which doesn't carry over. But vetoes basically say, say first game, for example, Broncos, Jets. Say I really think Jets. He really likes Broncos. One of us could veto it. That's how that plays. So we'll just move right into it. Broncos, Jets.
I just shat on Justin Fields for 2 minutes. I think you know what I'm going to pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to. I'm going to go Broncos. Although
are at home, but the Broncos, I feel like they're feeling hot after they beat the fucking Eagles, even though there was a not called PI call, but we're not going to get into that.
I like Broncos too, but my gut tells me this might be trap game here. But we'll go Broncos.
9:30 a.m. Is this at MetLife?
This is the international game. I don't remember where it is, but it's international.
I like the Broncos traveling.
Does it say? No, DraftKings doesn't say where it is. Yeah, it's the international game. I forget where it is though. Yeah, we can go Broncos.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Minus 7.5 favorites. So Vegas thinks it's probably, I don't know. That's most trapped in it. Oh, we'll go Broncos. I'm not going to overthink it.
Money line.
All
We're
right,
only doing
next.
money lines here. We're not worried about spreads or
Yeah.
anything. We're just rolling.
All right, next we got Cleveland Browns at Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to go Steelers, fresh off a bye. Jalen Warren comes back.
Fresh Steelers. Anyone that hasn't listened, I'm big on the Steelers this season.
Browns defense, very good to date, but
I don't know what the spread is. I don't know what the spread is. I could see this game being won by a Chris Boswell field goal, though.
DraftKings has it at 5.5.
Okay, so like two Chris Boswell field goals.
Yeah.
That's fair. I see it.
We'll put Pittsburgh there.
Cool. Where we're rolling now. We're just rolling together.
Yeah, we got Arizona Cardinals at Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna go with the more healthy at home Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever be comfortable betting on the Cardinals again in my life. I think the Cardinals are just so bad. And they're just so bad.
And I don't know how much of a battlefield player Kyler Murray is, but that just came out. Something to be wary of.
That's.
I know.
Some
of our boys were grinding that last night.
Also,
maybe they were playing with Kyler Murray.
How do you choke that bad against the Titans, man? If that was a divisional,
back to Amari Demercado fucking fumbling the touchdown, celebrating too early. I mean,
but if that was a divisional game, I could even almost somewhat partially kind of understand it.
Sure,
but it's not.
Amari Demercado literally fumbled that game away. He scores that touchdown, they win.
Yeah, there were some other mistakes too, but that's the biggest one.
All right, we got
Colts all day, every day. They're gonna go 5-1.
This one could get interesting here. It's the Dallas Cowboys at our beloved Carolina Panthers. Chuba Hubbard missing another game,
but Rico Dowdle revenge game.
Let's not worry.
Rico Dowdle
revenge game. Rico revenge. This could be a little Rico revenge game here. Went for over 200 and touchdown last week. I don't know, man. I might like the Panthers at home.
I will say the Panthers I think that they might actually be undefeated at home. Technically.
Well, they beat. I think their last one game. They beat Atlanta like 30-0 at home.
Right.
I don't know. I'm thinking Carolina. I like Carolina. I think
they're good. They're a good team at home, but I think Dallas wins this game. Unfortunately, I think I like the Rico Dowdle revenge game.
I might use my veto for fun on that one.
I like the Rico Dowdle revenge. I'm currently starting Rico in the league.
In a couple leagues too. Yeah,
he's a dog. He's an absolute dog.
If you got him, fire him up.
And Dallas is a very bad rushing defense.
For context, I know we got a JCM question before. I doubt I'll start in over JCM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so don't hesitate. Dowdle, he's We're going to circle back to that one.
Okay.
Next one, we have Rams at Ravens. I'm going to go Rams. The Ravens look – without Lamar Jackson, they look like the worst team in the NFL.
It's almost like Lamar Jackson is one of the most valuable players.
Some might say most
league.
Valuable.
Yeah,
maybe look into that a little bit.
It's almost like he doesn't have that great of a supporting cast around. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the Rams as well.
We digress. What'd you say?
I'm riding with the Rams.
Rams, yeah. I mean, Ravens look just yeah. All right, the New England Patriots we spoke about a little earlier today, and the New Orleans Saints we spoke about a little earlier today. Saints at home, 3.5-point spread. I think I like the Patriots.
New England.
I like Drake May.
I
like Drake May a lot. I've been a Drake May truther since he came into the league.
The Patriots are at a point where they're like they are a 4-2 team. The Saints
Yeah.
aren't a two. The Saints,
Like I said, the
the Patriots
Saints.
aren't a 3 and
Like
3
I've said
team right
before, I don't think the Saints are as bad as the record shows, but I think Patriots. I don't think they beat the Patriots.
now. Yeah,
Kamara may miss the game, which is a big impact.
really.
Kamara is questionable. He might be out. Which
Kendrick
obviously that
Miller's look
hurts.
good, but
Kendrick Miller looks good. All you dynasty players, if for some reason Kendrick Miller's on waivers, go get him. If you're a Kamara owner in dynasty and you don't already have Kendrick Miller, try and trade for him. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later that Kendrick Miller takes over the backfield. Whether it be injuries to Kamara or Kamara ending up on a new team by the trade deadline. But I think Kendrick Miller will be the back in that backfield at some point this season.
New England.
New England. The LA Chargers going to Miami to play the Dolphins. Chargers 4.5-point favorites. No Hampton. So we're going to have a backfield of Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal, however you say his name. I think I like Miami here. I'm not going to lie.
I think I like Miami too.
Miami home underdogs. All right, let's roll.
At home. At home. You got McDaniel fighting for his job.
Sure. And I will say Tua, past couple weeks, has been playing very well.
I think Tyreek being out of there has changed things a little bit.
I said that, and I got laughed at, and I said, look what happened.
Darren Waller is also back. Like, he is just back.
Yeah, to all of you in the Dynasty League that I'm in with you guys, and I spent $18 on Darren Waller, I hope you can take that $18 fab and shove it up your ass, because look at that. To be fair, when I picked him up, I didn't think he'd be this good, so I'm kind of talking with 2020.
He's awesome. I think we see a Darren Waller TD, man. Waddle, you know what I mean? They still have Waddle. Like, this isn't like a dog water team.
And Malik Washington's even a pretty good player. I mean, weird stat line. I think he had like 4 catches for 0 yards last week, but I mean, he's quick. He's like a great value brand Tyreek in a way.
It feels like we shouldn't be picking Miami, but there's just something about there's something I feel like they have to win a game, and the Chargers have been playing like a 3-3 team. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking Dolphins are due for a win, and the Chargers are due for a loss. That's kind of where I'm sitting.
Yeah, I agree.
Miami looked good the past 2 weeks. I mean, I think they just.
I mean, they play the Jets in one of those weeks, but still.
Whatever.
Divisional game.
Let's go. Let's go Dolphins Dolphins over Chargers.
Let's do it.
Next, we got the Seahawks going to Jacksonville.
Sam Darnold, baby.
I think so too. I'm going. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that yet because Jacksonville's 4-1, and I want to say they're not that good.
They're not 5-1 team right now,
but maybe they are.
They're 4-2.
Could they just maybe be that good? Am I just being hard on them? No. Are they that good?
I think Seattle should be 4-2 before Jacksonville's 5-1. That's my mental processing behind it. If that makes sense.
We'll go Seattle. That's fine with me. I'm just saying maybe Jacksonville.
I'm not saying that they're bad. These are both. This is a very good. This is going to be a very good game.
I think Vegas has a lot of draft.
Spread must be like 2 points. Like
Vegas,
like 2.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
There's no plus money line on this game. Both money lines are minus odds. So
it's hard. It's hard. It's a coin flip game. Yeah. Okay, we're going to Seattle.
Liam Cohen. I mean, I like Liam Cohen. He seems to be doing pretty well.
Duval.
Yeah, I like Duval. All right, next we got. Oh boy,
I know what game you're
looking at. All you fellas or ladies out there with a significant other. For this next game, my advice is go to Google, look up your nearest movie theater. See what's in at 4:05 and go watch that instead because we have the Tennessee Titans at Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, I'm telling you, just if you got some chores to do around the house, push them off till about 4:05. If you want to go visit your parents or something, do that at about 4:05. Because you're going to get stuck watching the Titans or Raiders if not. However, I'm going to take the Raiders at home.
I think I lean Raiders, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans somehow won this game.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, I'm sure at
I
some point.
agree. I agree with the Raiders pick. I think that the Raiders need a bounce back. They've needed a bounce back for a minute, and
And I think this
better
is
the
do
best
it.
matchup is this that
I
happened.
know I said Baltimore without Lamar looks like the worst team in the NFL, but they're toe to toe with Tennessee right now for that honor.
Yeah, so we'll go
Uh,
Raiders.
and I'm sure this is a conversation we'll circle back to in a couple of weeks about our before start of season award winners. And I 2020 hindsight foolishly picked Cam Ward. Um, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I may have been jinxing all these people because I said Joe Burrow for MVP and he got hurt. I said Cam Ward for offensive rookie. He's playing like dog shit. I forget who
Oh,
else I picked.
remember what I told you?
My
Why I didn't?
picks
The
are
reason
not
why I didn't.
looking
The reason why I
good.
didn't. The reason why I didn't pick
do
Joe
I have
was
these?
because
Do I have them written down
I said
somewhere?
that he tends to get hurt and he might not be able to win.
I gotta have these written down somewhere. Hold on.
We have him in record too. We have him on film
Yeah, they gotta be somewhere. I'll have to look them up because I don't have them written. At least not in this notebook. Do I have them over here somewhere?
because I know I think I picked Mahomes
With
and
all
you
these,
you
I got
picked
all
you
these
picked
notes. You
Chase.
guys think we don't do enough for you guys? Look at all these notes I got. These are all for you.
Those are nice.
Uh, no, I don't know. Is there anything written on the back? Yeah, see some notes, guys. You guys think we don't? We just come in here and we spew off some bullshit. We take notes. I don't have them written down though. So moving on. We
Raiders.
the now Joe Flacco led Cincinnati Bengals going into Lambeau to play my Green Bay Packers,
Could you imagine a world?
where Joe Flacco beats the Packers too. Already talked about it, and I called Home Depot earlier this week, and I said, reserve some of your strongest rope. Um,
You guys got to win here. You're 2-1-1. You got to get the third here.
At home off a bye.
You got the third win here. You got
I'm
it.
not going to say anything. I'm just going to take your word for it. And we're
Now
going to
the
move on.
Bengals might cover the spread, whatever that spread is.
They have
But
it
I
at
think,
14 and a half.
oh yeah, they might cover that. But Packers got to win.
It's the
14 might be the
widest. It's
biggest
the
spread of the
widest.
year.
It's the widest spread this week.
It might be the
Yeah, it's
largest
the
of the
widest
year
spread this week.
since
Oh,
Miami
I think
played
I
the
think a couple
Bills.
weeks ago we had Bills. Something was like,
Miami, Bills
yeah, that
Miami
was
was 14 and a
crazy.
half as well, but that was also the biggest of the season, I believe. So
Yeah, I don't want to
they're
talk about
tied
this
right
game. We're just
now.
going to move on because I'm going to say something and jinx it.
Yeah,
So
go
we
ahead,
have the
Packers.
49ers going to Tampa. As we mentioned, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin not available this game. Bucky Irvin also out this game. Buccaneers a little beat up on offense.
Let me go 49ers right here.
I'm going to say I kind of like the Niners sneaking in and getting a little dub
Let me
here.
go. Let me go with Mac Jones really, really making people think about Brock Purdy.
Some little plus out action. Plus
Let
odds.
me let me get some narratives in this game.
So
On the road.
could we, and Mac Jones a little younger in his point in his career than Sam Darnold was, but Sam Darnold was a backup in San Francisco. Left
Hey,
San
hey.
Francisco, went to a new team, became a starter, and played very well.
Hey, hey.
Saying NFL scriptwriters might be onto something here.
Talk to me nice.
I mean, the way he's been playing so far this year, there's got to be
Dude,
someone
he's
that's
been
going to be
playing.
available.
He's been
There's going to be
playing.
someone that wants him.
Mans has been playing lights out football. Clean football.
Absolutely.
Now, if he's healthy, let me say
Return
let's
to the
let's say
Mac.
that.
I can see it now. Return to the Mac. That's a fucking beautiful newspaper.
Oh my God.
Return to the Mac.
I could already hear them playing the song going to commercial after a Kendrick Bourne touchdown.
And then it's
Zoom
Burger
in on
Return to the Mac. Or that'd be big. Wait, that'd be McDonald's. Return to the Mac. Never mind.
no Burger King,
You know
I
what I'm
believe,
saying.
had a Return of the Mac commercial. Anyway, we're way digressing now.
Mac-
I'm just talking about Mac Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, Return of the
Um,
Mac, 49ers on the
I mean,
road.
he's got to get a look now. As long as if he starts another, well, he's getting one more start at least. Well, as long as he plays. Say he starts another game or two after this one, And he
and then he
plays as well as he's
wins.
been doing. He's gonna get.
What do
He's
you
gonna get
do? What
starter
do you
money
do
somewhere.
when Brock Purdy comes back? Do you give the job back or do you keep back in?
It's the same conversation we had with JJ. Well, I guess not really. I guess it's kind of a different conversation.
JJ
But
McCartney?
McCarthy and Darnold, how we had that conversation last year.
Yeah, we did.
And I guess
Yeah.
it's sort of different. Um, I don't know, man.
Mac is back.
Max is good. If the Patriots didn't have Drake May, I'm sure there'd be a lot of Patriots fans very upset. But you have Drake May. You're fine. All right, next game. We have the Detroit Football Lions headed to Kansas City. 2.5-point favorites. The Chiefs are.
Wow. Vegas knows? Question mark.
I don't know. Detroit plus money here.
Vegas knows? Question mark.
Do the Chiefs lose again though?
They're 2-3. Do they go 3-3 and Detroit goes 4-2, or is Detroit 5-1 and Chiefs are 2-4? Oh my god! Oh, I don't know.
There's no way they make the Chiefs lose. Will this be 3 losses in a row for the Chiefs? Is my timeline right? Is that 3 in a row for the Chiefs if they lose?
They just. I'm trying to think who they played last week because they just did Jacksonville.
There's
but
no
the week
way.
before that.
Sunday night in Arrowhead. There's no way they lose, right?
But Detroit is really good.
Yeah. There's no way they lose, though, right?
Wait, I can't believe. Wait, the Chiefs are actually not underdogs in this.
No, they're 2.5-point favorites.
2.5's not a lot, though. Give me the lines.
All right, I'll give it to you. Because my gut at first did go to Detroit, but then once I started thinking about it, Kansas City at home Sunday night.
It is gonna be. It's gonna be something. Is Racey Rice? Wait, what is Racey Rice?
This is gonna be one of those vintage come down to a bullshit call games, and the Chiefs are gonna win.
Can. When does Racey Rice come back? If Racey Rice comes back this week, okay, all right, yeah, never mind. Let's go.
He's got one more week.
Now you're rooting for the Chiefs, low key, obviously, but you know.
All right, I'll let you have it.
We can come back to it. We only got one or
two. Although, maybe I'll force your hand to make you use the veto here, so then I can use my veto in Carolina. I might force your hand here.
Oh, I have a veto on another game.
Is it going to be the Monday night game?
It might be.
Oh, we got 2 Monday night games here.
And 2 of them.
All right, well, let's see where we go. So first one here, we have the Buffalo Bills going to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Bills 4.5-point favorites.
I think Atlanta might win this one, brother.
I'm not going to – I mean, I don't feel heavily the other way. I'm fine with that. I think the Bills win, but I'm not –
Do the Bills bounce back? Do the Bills bounce back?
You would think so.
Is Atlanta bad? Is Atlanta bad?
They're not good. What is their record?
2-2.
I'll
tell you what. I'm gonna let you pick. I don't even want to be involved in this game. Because I could
really. If that's the case, I think Buffalo wins.
All right. Go Buffalo. Go Buffalo.
I think Buffalo wins.
What's the spread?
I can't see Buffalo losing 2 in a row.
Is the spread 4.5?
4.5. I just can't see Buffalo losing 2 in a row.
Let's do Buffalo. Yeah.
Isn't a thing like Sean McDermott like never loses 2 in a row? Isn't it like a thing? Isn't he like? I'm pretty sure that's like a thing. Pretty sure Sean McDermott just doesn't lose 2 in a row.
Maybe.
Game,
I think you're right. Go with
There's no way they're losing 2 in a row.
The other Monday night game, though, this is where
Chicago Bears are going to travel to Washington to play the Commanders. Commanders at home are 4.5-point favorites.
And the Bears are back.
I don't want to say it.
You think the Bears are going to win too?
So while I'm on my DraftKings, let me just show you guys something here.
Oh no. Because this was the one that I would use my veto on, but if you actually agree with
while
me,
we're here, let me just find it. So for fun, because I like football, I'll put a parlay of which teams I think are going to win the division. So we're in here, Baltimore Ravens, not looking good. Who would have known? Bills, looks fine. Chiefs, not out of it yet. Indianapolis Colts, looks like a great pick. Rams, not a bad pick. Falcons, looking pretty bad. Eagles, and I'm almost afraid to put this in my face on the same screen, being a Packer fan, but I don't know if you guys are able to. I can't work this, see what's going on there, if that's on the screen there. But before the season started, I have Chicago Bears as the NFC North Division winner. Said I hate to admit it. Not proud of it.
But you'll be proud if it wins.
I agree.
I think Chicago
takes it, I think.
I think Chicago travels on the road to Washington and says, hey, Jaden, you've been playing, you're back, you're obviously good quarterback, but our defense is pretty real, and that Chicago offense, it's got weapons, brother.
It's very good, and it's led by one of the better offensive minds in the league. As long as their defense kind of, straps up a little bit, they're going to be a dangerous team second half of the year. Absolutely.
All right, cool. I like it. I don't know, this is a bad thing. I'm not gonna wood, but these picks this week are something is going on.
Well, there's two we got to circle back to. No vetoes were used here.
Oh God, don't take us back to Dallas.
So right now, the two
Charlotte
we got to circle back to
take us to Charlotte,
Carolina, Dallas, and Detroit, Kansas City. I'm fine locking in Detroit. However, last year when we wanted to veto the same game, we used the Buddy Clark coin. I don't have a Buddy Clark coin on me, but I can find a quarter. Should we flip for it? Because I really
let's be
there's something about Carolina at home. What's up?
Can we be honest?
We both have our veto saved, and we both like the opposite team in this game.
Can we be honest with ourselves? Will Carolina have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys in a vacuum? Is that will they? They won't. As much as I love them, they won't. If
you told me 5 weeks ago the Browns and Ravens would have the same record, I think you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, but there's an injury to a
Carolina at home, brother. Plus odds at home. Come on.
We're blinded by our baby blue.
I am blinded by the infatuation. We're in the, what do they call it? The
honeymoon.
The honeymoons. I'm still in the honeymoon phase.
You're reading the Rico Dowdle tea leaves too much, brother.
Come on, the Rico revenge. It's there, man. It's there.
This is gonna be the game where at
Jalen Coker might be back.
I know he might be back. Yeah.
All right, we gotta flip it. Give me a second. Let me grab a coin.
Oh God.
Let's see. What do I got in this room of mine here?
This is the game. To anyone watching
this,
your
proof that I'm sitting on the ground. Here's your proof. And I do have pants. I'm not in my underwear. But there's your proof. I'm sitting on my floor. All right. All I could find coin resembling is my air tag here.
Okay.
What do you want to do? This side Dallas, this side Carolina?
Sure.
You want to call in the air? Caught it. I have it. I didn't look at it.
Well, I can't call anything. We already determined the sides.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
But
right, so the silver side was Dallas, white side, Carolina. All right, you lucky fucker. Looks like we're going with the.
I don't want Dallas to win.
We're going Dallas.
They're gonna win.
That's fine. I mean, hey, look, the Apple tag spoke. I missed my bag. All right, Apple tag spoke. Apple tag spoke.
Spoke.
Let me just make sure I got them all picked here. All right, we're good. Actually, before I put that in, let's see if we get like a bonus, like a little
I
bonus.
actually do like this because when you look at our 1:00 slates, like we do have an underdog in there with Miami.
Here we go. NFL 30% parlay boost. Let's get it. $1. That doesn't make sense. $1. I guess we picked a lot. We didn't really pick many underdogs. All right. Got to deposit more money into here. And come on. There it is. Bet placed. We're locked in.
Fire.
Jack, the Panthers win. Throwing hands. I'm not actually. Well, I guess one last thing we just have to do is our weekly pick 'em match. I don't know. We'll think of a name, guys. Let's go. I'm
Or
sitting
head
on
to
my
head.
Christ's sake. All right, yeah. So I picked first last time. So floor is yours. Who you got?
I'm gonna take a shot on. Wait, who are my first? Who are the teams I used? If you have.
Oh yeah. So recap. So Jack, you've used Philadelphia and Buffalo. I've used Chicago and Tampa Bay.
Give me the. I can't take them. I was gonna say the Broncos, but fuck the Broncos. They'll bite my ass again after they beat me. You know, this is my knee-jerk
What's the
reaction.
last year? The Giants. The Giants fucked me like 4 straight weeks.
Yeah, that was every single time you picked a game with them, it was bad.
That was a bad run.
My knee-jerk reaction, I'm going to stick with. I said that if there's going to be a bounce back game for this team, this is going to be the week, even though it's a dog shit team against a dog shit team. I'm going to take the Raiders, man. I think the Raiders have a good bounce back. They're going to have to get right at some point, and I think this is the week where they at least go to 2-4.
It's a good week to pick them too, because I don't know what other week we would pick them. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go.
Take your boys.
I'm gonna go to my ESPN app because ESPN does that weekly pick'ems. I'm still alive in, but we're gonna go there. Who the hell did I pick there? Eliminator challenge. Who did I pick this week? So maybe I'll just tally that. I picked Green Bay. Yeah, why not? Let's go Green Bay. I'm very superstitious.
Write that down. Probably
won't pick them any other week. They have to, right? It's the bank.
Trap game.
Right? I mean, they gotta win. Off a bye.
They have to win. You have to win.
They have to. Off a bye, they're a little healthier going into this week. Christian Watson might return. Offensive line a little healthier.
You have to win.
You got it, right?
You have to win.
You have to. Although, for all you bettors out there, probably take the over on T. Higgins or Jamar Chase or both because they're probably going to catch a ton of yards. Yeah, let's
probably.
They gotta win, right? Like I'm not. Oh man, am I jinxing myself here? I hope not. I don't know.
They gotta win.
I'm just gonna close the notebook because I don't want to look at it.
You just gotta stop talking about it now.
There it is, locked in. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, that went a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Kevin,
hey, we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of recent events, a lot of headlines, a lot of interesting, mental exercises with coaches and players, and it was good. It was a good episode, man.
Yeah, nice little big noon Saturday.
Yeah,
we kind of interrupted.
As soon as I get off I was going to say we might get some people that rewatch it later or something. Big noon.
Yeah, we had a couple. Well, I guess
we're past big noon.
So shout out to you, Kevin. But yeah, I guess if no one else has any more questions or anything, we'll let you guys get on with your Saturdays, and hopefully it's a sweet one.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't look like we got anything coming in. So, Jack, as always, it's a pleasure. Guess we'll sign off. I think I'm gonna go thrift shopping, find some sick ass sweaters,
Fire. Probably gonna watch some college football.
and then I'm probably gonna get some. I don't know, maybe Haggerty's wings. We might go to Haggerty's. The ladies never had them.
I've never had them either.
I sound like a very old guy saying the lady, but I mean, most of you know my girlfriend, but I don't want to dox her for those guys don't know. It's none of your business. No, Haggerty's are very good. I never had them up until a couple of weeks. My buddy Nate I work with was, and Nate, if you watch this, big shout out to you. He lived and died by him. He was like, they're the best wings, best wings, best wings. And we always kind of pushed them off. We went. Wish we went sooner. So Nate, sorry about that one. Very good wings.
Maybe we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that more off there.
They have a sauce there too. I forget the name, but why I haven't gone there prior to my 28 years of life is
Mickey Gannon's best wings.
So I was actually saying that before. Mickey Gannon's or Haggerty's is number one.
Yeah.
Like you like Mickey Gannon's, like you gotta try Haggerty's. I think Mickey. All right, we'll talk about
it after off air.
We're not a wing podcast. We've overstepped our time. All right, goodbye, everyone. Wanted to white fantasy is the play. Marking nothing but I tune every Friday. Strategies provide.